welcome to my channel, and this is Tanya Rai. This video is meant for the part 2 of life process. It is on the great demand. So in today's video we are going to do nutrition in human being. As we all know that, what do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition means to require the energy and absorb the energy by the food. As we all know that for growth, for walking, for moving from one place to another, we need a great amount of energy. Our body is a very complex. We cannot dream how complex it is and how each function in our body is going on. So in today's video we are going to see how the nutrition in human being take place. Hence, without wasting our time, let's start this video. Nutrition in human being. Nutrition in human being takes place in the digestive system. It consists of alimentary canals and glands which produce enzymes which break down food into smaller molecules. जो न्यूट्रिशन है ह्यूमन बीइंग का वो एक डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में होता है जो कंसिस्ट होता है एक एलिमेंट्री कैनाल्स के और ग्लैंड्स से. एलिमेंट्री कैनाल्स और ग्लैंड्स में प्रोड्यूस्ड होते हैं एंजाइम्स जो ब्रेक करते हैं हमारे फूड को स्मॉलर मॉलिक्यूल्स में. Let's see what are the main organs of our digestive system. So the main organs of our digestive system are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. The main glands are salivary gland, gastric juice, liver, pancreas and intestinal glands. So don't confuse with the spelling in the esophagus. Somewhere in some book it starts from the E and in some books it's mentioned from the O. So please don't mind, because whatever you write, teacher will definitely give you marks. Take a clear view of this picture. There it shows that it is a salivary gland. There is a tongue which it helps in mixing the saliva. Salivary gland produces the saliva and it also produces an enzyme called salivary amylases. This is our esophagus, or we also called it food pipe. Please remember the name esophagus is also called as the food pipe. Don't mind my writing, okay? This is the liver, this is the stomach, this is the gallbladder. Can't you see, I think that it's look like a balloon where air is not present in there, okay? This is the pancreas. It looks like a corn. Somewhere you can relate with something so that learning may be very easy. So this is the pancreas. And there are the small intestine and large intestine. So let's take a clear view of each function in it. Let's see how it takes place in each and every parts of our body. In mouth, the food is broken down into smaller particles by the teeth and mixed with saliva from salivary glands. Saliva contains the enzymes salivary amylases which convert starch into sugar. Then food passes through the esophagus into the stomach. जो हमारा फूड है वो हमारे माउथ में ही ब्रेक डाउन होता है टीथ के हेल्प से, और सलाइवा मिक्स होता है सलाइवरी ग्लैंड से टंग के हेल्प से. यू आर करेक्ट. सलाइवा में कंटेन होता है हमारा एंजाइम सलाइवरी एमिलेसिस जो स्टार्च को शुगर में कन्वर्ट करने में हेल्प करता है, और जो फूड पास होते हैं हमारे ईसोफेगस या फूड पाइप से वो सीधा हमारे स्टमक में जाते हैं. लेट्स सी द फंक्शन ऑफ स्टमक. Stomach, the gastric glands produce gastric juices which contains the enzyme pepsin, hydrochloric acid and mucus. Pepsin break down the protein, hydrochloric acid makes the medium acidic and helps the action of pepsin. Mucus protect the walls of the stomach from the action of the acid. Then the food passes into the small intestine. हमारे स्टमक में बहुत सारे गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड्स होते हैं जो गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस को प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, और उन गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस में एंजाइम्स होते हैं जैसे कि हो गया पेप्सिन, हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड और म्यूकस. पेप्सिन जो है वो प्रोटीन को ब्रेक डाउन करने में हेल्प करता है. हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड हमारे मीडियम को एसिडिक बनाता है जिससे पेप्सिन अपना काम कर सके, और एक और फंक्शन है हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म को किल करता है हमारी स्टमक में. Mucus. अब hydrochloric acid है. So as we all know that acid is very dangerous for our body. So mucus protect the wall of the stomach from the action of the acid. Then after this process taken place, the food passes into the small intestine. And the upper part of the small intestine is called duodenum. The food is mixed with bile from the liver and pancreatic juices from the pancreas. Bile break down fats into smaller globules. Pancreatic juice contain the enzyme trypsin and lipase. Trypsin break down proteins and lipase break down the fats. So it's a very clear function of written here. It means that food is mixed with bile from liver. जो गाल ब्लैडर है वो हमारा बाइल जूस प्रोड्यूस करता है और ये जो फूड है वो बाइल जूस से मिक्स हो जाता है लीवर में और जो पैंक्रियाटिक जूस है वो पैंक्रियास प्रोड्यूस करता है. बाइल जूस जो है वो हमारा फैट को स्मॉलर ग्लोब्यूल्स में ब्रेक करने में हेल्प करता है. इसको हम इमल्सिफिकेशन ऑफ फैट्स कहते हैं. पैंक्रियाटिक जूस में एंजाइम्स होते हैं जैसे कि ट्रिप्सिन और लीपेस. ट्रिप्सिन ब्रेक डाउन करता है प्रोटीन को और लीपेस को फैट में. अब हम देखते हैं स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन का फंक्शन क्या है. अभी हम देख रहे थे कि अपर पार्ट ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन का फंक्शन क्या है. नाउ लेट्स टेक अ क्लियर व्यू. द ग्लैंड्स, द वॉल्स ऑफ द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन प्रोड्यूस इंटेस्टिनल जूसेस. The enzymes of the intestinal juices converts carbohydrates and glucose fats into fatty acid, glycerol and protein into amino acid. जो हमारे ग्लैंड्स है स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में वो प्रोड्यूस करते हैं इंटेस्टिनल जूसेस. वो एंजाइम्स प्रोड्यूस करते हैं जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट को ग्लूकोज में कन्वर्ट करता है, फैट्स को फैटी एसिड में कन्वर्ट करता है और ग्लिसरॉल एंड प्रोटीन को अमीनो एसिड में कन्वर्ट कर देता है. जो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन होते हैं उसमें सेवरल फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शन होता है जिसे हम विलाई कहते हैं. वो कुछ जो विलाई होता है वो कुछ इस तरह से होता है. वो हमारे ब्लड वेसल्स में होता है. इट्स हैविंग द ब्लड वेसल. इट हेल्प इन इंक्रीज द सरफेस एरिया ऑफ एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ द डाइजेस्टेड फूड. वो सरफेस एरिया को इंक्रीज करने में हेल्प करता है और जो डाइजेस्टेड फूड एब्जॉर्ब हो गए होते हैं हमारे ब्लड में उन्हें ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है दूसरे सेल में हमारी पूरी बॉडी में. एज वी ऑल नो दैट आवर बॉडी इज मेड अप ऑफ मेनी सेल. सो वी ह्यूमंस आर कॉल्ड मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म. Then the digested food passes into the small intestine. अब जितना डाइजेस्ट होना था वो हमारी बॉडी में एलिमेंट्री कैनाल तक डाइजेस्ट हो चुका है. अब जो होगा वो वेस्ट होगा, साल्ट होगा और कुछ थोड़े बहुत यूजफुल प्रोडक्ट्स जो उस वेस्ट के साथ चले गए हैं. So let's see what happened in the large intestine, because small intestine के बाद हमारा food pass हो जाता है large intestine में. So large intestine water is absorbed and waste material is removed through the anus. जब हमारा जो water है वो सब absorbed हो जाता है तो हमारा waste material remove हो जाता है anus से. So I hope you guys get clear from this. Let me see you an animated video so that you can see it all more than clearly than this one. Okay, so just wait. See the digestion in human being. Human being take food through the mouth and digest it in the specific organs of the digestive system. Then the undigested food is defected to the food we take passes through the specific organs which from the buccal cavity and end to the anus. It's called the alimentary canal. The digestive tract of the path of the alimentary canals are buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, rectum and anus. So the foods get digested gradually as it passes through the various parts of the tract. Then after that the digestive juices secreted in the salivary gland, liver, pancreas and also aids the digestion. Let's see mouth and the buccal cavity. So food is taken in the human being through the mouth. The process of taking food is called ingestion. Chewing food is very necessary for the proper digestion as the digestive process start in the mouth itself. What happened during the chewing of the food? The large pieces of the food that we eat is mechanically broken down into small pieces of the teeth which help in doing so. Now see action of saliva on food. During chewing, food mixes with saliva. Saliva is secreted from salivary gland located on the lower jaw between the tongue and teeth. Saliva converts starch in the food into the sugar and also softens the foods. Now see about tongue. Tongue taste the food can be detected by the taste buds present on the tongue. Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached to the food of the buccal cavity. It is free in the front, moves in all the directions. Taste buds as a small bumps on the tongues and have different reason which help and enjoy different taste of it. As we eat, sometimes we feel sour, salty. Let's see esophagus. Then it swallows the foods from the mouth, passes to the figure and the esophagus, which is the flat-like structure behind the tongue, directs the food into the esophagus and prevent the entry from larynx. The peristaltic movements of the esophagus help the food to move down the tract until it reaches to the stomach. Now, stomach. Stomach is a bag-like structure which thick wall in it shaped flattened in the U, and it is the widest part in the alimentary canal. The foods that enter in the stomach get cloned and mixes with the mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices secreted in the inner lining of the stomach and acid. Hydrochloric acid kills the microorganism and mucus protect the walls of the stomach through the hydrochloric acid. It's take a very big function. Pepsin is also secreted in the stomach and it's all mixed with the food. Now let's take a look on small intestine. It is a highly coiled structure. It's about 7.5 meters long. As soon as the small intestine receives food from the stomach, the digestive juices from the liver and pancreas are mixed into it. Now let's see liver. Liver is the largest gland in the human body and it is situated in the upper sides of the abdomen and it's reddish brown in the color. It secretes bile with break down fats. Bile is stored into the gallbladder. Now let's see about pancreas. So pancreas is a leaf-shaped and cream-colored gland located just below the stomach. It secretes pancreatic juice which acts and breaks down the carbohydrate, protein and fat. After this is completed, the partially digested food reach into the lower part of the small intestine. See, this is look like a corn which we have eaten. The small intestine, there are the some food which are completely digested and any of the remaining. So the walls of this inner walls of the living of the small intestine, it has numbers of finger-like projection. The food is consumed, is digested and now is ready to be absorbed to the food. So absorption of the food in the small intestine. Small intestine contain a finger-like projection called villi. The inner lining of small intestine, it contains villi, which help in increasing the surface area of absorption. Villi has richly supplied with blood vessels, which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body, where it is utilized for obtaining the energy and the building of the new tissue and repair of the old tissue. After this, it takes place in the blood vessels. See, there are some blood cells which are going through the foods. These are the different small parts of the food and the useful material is absorbed. The undigested and unabsorbed food enters into the large intestine. So, large intestine. Large intestine is wider as compared to the small intestine, and it's measure 1.5 meter in the length. After that, the food is traveled to the colon and it gets through the rectum. We can see here the rectum is present here. After that, it's get to the anus and removed. So when the food is moved through the anus, and after that it's come in the form of the feces. So thank you everyone for being and watching this video. After that, please like, share and subscribe if you like it. And thank you so much. Hope you will understand each and every concept in this video. Welcome back. Bye.